Alrighty, guys, and we are back. As you see from the fruit that I gave them earlier, totally gone. Telling you they love it. We got some Cornish hens here. We got some turkeys. See the turkey? Got some Rhode Island reds, some salmon, some barracks. And as you see, I have chips, and they love it. They just bury themselves in it and move around and so someone that I met has taught me to tell if I have roosters or not, male roosters. So pretty soon I will start to test certain birds that I have in here to see if they're males or females or not. Now, what are male chickens good for? They're not, they're generally not used to produce, most people think that you have to have a rooster to, in order for a chicken to lay eggs. That's not true. So it's generally to have more chicks. If you want more chicks, you leave the egg there. The rooster does what it injects the sperm into the egg, and you incubate the egg, and after so long, you have some chicks. I do not plan on doing that. One, I don't have the supplies for it, but I do need a rooster per se for quality control. They keep you aware and keep the flock aware. It's said that every 10 to 15 hens, it's good to have a rooster to control the flock. And so that's what I plan on doing. This is salmon. Right now I have birds, turkey. Right now I have birds aging from the range of 2 weeks to about 4 weeks old. I think this youngest one I have may be a week and a half. But other than that, they are all getting good. Now this part will be like their resting area when they want to roost and just hang. This is simply made out of a extra dog kennel that I have. I just see nothing really plywood, I have in the back of my house, I have a nice field with a whole bunch of trees and stuff, so I just went and got branches and stuff. Tried to make it as close to the habitat as possible, make them happy. Now, I know you're wondering why do I have the strings and stuff here, because as time goes on, I will eventually hang the water bowls and stuff in there, out here. Okay? As you see, where they're coming out of, that's where they're pretty much going to be their nesting coop, where they're going to lay their eggs, and that's considered the main area. Well, I guess it wouldn't be considered the main area, but that's where the eggs I would want to deliver and pick up the eggs from. Of course, because you have so many birds, or I guess it's up to the bird on where they're comfortable at laying. But that's where I would want them to lay their eggs. There's shelving and stuff in there. Got the dog sitting there looking like, ooh, chicken, yummy, yummy, yummy. Look, I told you. She's pregnant. Yes, I have a big load on my hands. I have to do another inventory because unfortunately, I did have some birds that got out, and the dogs were able to unfortunately get a hold to them. So I do have to get another total and inventory count on exactly what I have. But I do know on hand, off top, I have a good 30 of each. Egg layers and Cornish hens. Cornish crossing hens. And that are these big old guys right here. That are those big old guys. And over time they get used to being touched, and I try to make sure I come out here and touch the majority of them for the most part, so they get used to touch. So here it is. This one looks like an owl. I call that Mr. Owl. The brown one. That's gonna be his nickname, Mr. Owl. Yeah, there's 3 turkeys.
Left?
2 turkeys left. I'm not seeing 2 out here for sure. Here's one behind the house. Here's one in the crew. And then yep, it's 2. So again, guys, this is what I was saying. They're gonna eventually lay. I'm gonna add more in here, shelves and stuff, so they can eventually lay and be comfortable. There are. This is the food bowl. You see the water bowl. It's always good to put it on the brick. I just actually started putting it on the brick. I just started. And I found it to be more effective. So I'm just gonna simply just pour that on out right there. And I just noticed that I lost the top. So I'm gonna have to find that. Now, generally, you're not really supposed to pour the water like that, like how I just did it. You're really not supposed to do that because it's, supposed to keep it dry. But I do it once every blue moon to attract water bugs and little bugs so that they can have something to peck on and eat on. As I showed you guys earlier, they eat fruit. They love the fruit. Here are the skins to it that's left. I don't have any pigs or anything like that. Although that would be good scraps for them as well. So please, guys, if you guys have any suggestions, questions, feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. They love to do it. They love to dig. And I notice, I wonder if he's still in here. Hopefully he's going to be my special one. There was a chicken that I had, a hen. I noticed the beak was crooked. And I started wondering, like, how does he eat, if it would ever grow but it seemed to be holding on. I'm going to try to find that hen. I was going to make it my daily objective to keep an eye on it and see if it was going to survive or not. Because I've never heard of a hen or a bird per se, with it's almost like a broken bottom jaw. So if you know anything about it, please leave a comment. Hopefully it wasn't one of the birds that the dogs got a hold to. Like I said, this is a backyard coop. I've been doing this for a minute, not too long, but yeah. So I did have some that were able to get out, unfortunately. Still have a lot, as you see. But I did have some that were able to escape. Now, on a daily basis, I will let them out in this area for maybe 10-15 minutes. Some of the older hens, as these guys, after I would put them back in the shed coop, they will fly back in this area on their own and go back and forth as they please. Because they clearly understand the life of being a hen. And it's amazing seeing the top of the head, how everything is starting to grow and get more color. It's starting to molt, the feathers are starting to change. Some of them are getting color, some of them are losing color, some of them are gaining color. Again, I did get about 4 to 5 different breeds. I know Rhode Island Reds. I got a couple straight runs. I got some Barracks. I got some Salmons. I can't think of all of them offhand, but I did get about 4 to 5 different breeds of chickens. All of them are egg layers. Majority of them are brown egg layers. I believe I did get a couple Easter egg layers. But for the most part, all of the big white birds that you see are all Cornish hen birds. Technically, if we wanted to, or I'm going to say if I wanted to, but because we're now a family, if we wanted to, if I wanted to butcher them, I could butcher them technically at that size. They're considered Cornish hens. Now, if I want them to grow bigger, and that's up to me. The bigger, the better, of course. But they are Cornish hens. So, of course, I wouldn't butcher a small one like this. No, that's too small. But somebody like this guy, he's ready. He's ready. Okay. Again, they eat fruit, they eat lettuce, they eat greenery, they love greens, any type of greenery. I am going to eventually start to grow grass close to the coop where they have access to eating grass. Under here, there's cement, so I can't grow any grass up under it. So I will eventually add on or try to add on to this coop and give them access to grass. They love, you can give them milk, regular whole milk or, milk. You can give them eggshells. They love eggshells. You don't want to give them the egg yolk, only because if you give them the egg yolk, they could possibly, sorry guys, I have to check on the dogs. Only because if you give them the egg yolk, as they get older, they will want to eat the actual eggs that they lay. So it's good, protein-wise, just to give them the egg shells. And then also oyster shells, crushed oyster shells. That helps them out with their digestive system as they're eating the greenery and the different things. And yeah, again, as I was saying, a little bit later on, that's a salmon. A little bit later on, we're gonna detect if we have a couple male chickens, which we all know are roosters. It's good to have at least a rooster every 10 to 15 hens, just to keep everything in order. Hopefully I only have 1 to 2 roosters out of the straight runs that I did get. If I can remember correctly, I got about 12 stray runs. So out of the 12, hopefully I only got about 2. If not, then we can always figure something out. I am looking into geese. I'm looking into ducks. So if anybody have any recommendations again or any questions, feel free. Let me know. I have been successful at having chickens before. I have not per se had them at this age, this young, but I have had chickens before. When I resided in San Bernardino, California, I had a neighbor that had well over 80 chickens. And he was having a lot of eggs on a daily basis, and they were he had roosters up, good lord. So it got to the point where he just said, hey, do you want some chickens? Do you want to, try to deal with them and all of the above? So he gave me like 12 of them, and and he gave me a rooster, so 13 altogether. And ever since then, I've been loving chickens. And I've had them for the eggs. Once they stop producing the eggs, I let them live a nice life. But before, it was time of them dying, it was time to butcher. If they weren't Cornish hens like what you see, but that we can actually eat, then I did give them to the dogs, boil them up, give them to the dogs, and just kept it going. Again, I do not have a hatchery. I do buy my chickens once they're freshly hatched from the egg. I would like to eventually start that, but for now, it's just keeping it simple. Now, them hearing that, they're thinking it's time to huddle up. That was kind of odd to them, as you guys seen. They all got quiet. It's like, wait, hold on. Is it time to go in? I have a couple with hair on the feet. I have a couple fancy feet. I do want a couple silkies. Silky chickens are my favorite to look at. They are, just because they have the nice hair and all of that. The hair, and I love it. Little afros. I love it. This is the turkey. And turkeys are very delicate, very sensitive. And so I was told that to tell if it's a male chicken, that you would hang the chicken upside down by the feet, and if the chicken fights back, isn't submissive, then that's how you could tell it's a male chicken. If the hen, is submissive and just hangs there and plays dead, that's how you know it's a hen, a female. You're like, what the heck? So guys, with that being said, please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if I can do something to make something better, make them better, or training wise. Yeah, round them up. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. Let me know if you have any suggestions, or if I should change anything, leave it how it is, or if you have any chickens or roosters or ducks, and what's your experience? What was your experience, and what was the easy route and way for you? What was the easy way and route for you? And then you always have the three amigos that's in the back. But yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe, and see you soon. I'll see you later on. Be safe out there. If you don't have to leave, stay at home.